Good morning. Okay, so this video, we are going to be doing the equation of a circle, part 2, electric boogaloo. We're going to do it again. This is the remix, yeah? So the last one we were looking at was the equation of a circle when the center of the circle lied on the origin. Now we are looking at the equation of a circle when the circle center point is not that. So for example, right, so here's a circle. As we see, the center point is not at 0, 0. So here's my center point. Oh, oopsie poopsie. Right, so here is my center point right here. So I am just labeling it, my center point C here, as H and K. So my center point is HK. So the center of my circle lies on the point HK, H being the X coordinate and K being the Y coordinate. So you may be wondering, why is it H and K and not something else? I don't know. Okay? I don't know. I don't have all the answers. It was just letters we haven't used. Anyway, sorry. Okay, the process of deriving this new equation, spoiler alert is above me, just kind of cover this, right? So, the process of deriving this equation. So, I have my circle here, so it's the same process as before. I have a random point on my circumference, and I know the distance from the center of my circle to the circumference of my circle is going to equal R. So, I'm going to find the distance between these 2 points. So, my distance equals square root x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Okay, so we know my distance is going to equal R. So my distance is going to equal the radius. So these are my 2 points. I'm going to call this one here x1, y1, and I'm going to call this x2, y2. So put it in my formula here. So I have x2 minus x1. So I have x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. And then finally, we're going to square root both sides to get rid of that square root. So, yep. So square both sides. Ding, 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 dong, bing, bong. Remember, if I'm squaring a square root, I'm getting rid of the square root and keeping what's inside it. So I have r squared is equal to x minus h squared plus y minus k squared, where hk is the center point. So that is the new equation of a circle we are working with. This one is in your log tables. This is on page 19, I believe. If it's not, let's look for it, you know what I mean? There's a table of contents for a reason. So it's page 19 in your log tables. So we use this now if our circle center is not on 0, 0. So if you just look at the equation there above me there, we can derive the equation of our circle with a center 0, 0 from this equation. So if our center is 0, 0, that means, and our point for our center is hk, therefore h is equal 0, k is equal 0. So I sub it into my formula, x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared equals r squared. I'm going to have x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. So that's how we derive the first equation from that. Anyway, so let's do some practice questions. So find the equation of a circle with center 2 minus 3 and a radius 5. So again, label my points. So this is my center point, so hk. So h equals 2, k is equal to minus 3, and my radius is equal to 5. So sub into my formula, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So I have x minus 2 squared plus y minus negative 3 squared equals r squared. So important, you look out for your minuses. Right, sorry, really annoys me. So I now have here x minus 2 all to be squared plus y minus negative 3. If I'm taking away a negative number, I am changing the sign. So it's going to become a plus 3 squared equals or squared. So the equation of this circle is equal to x minus 2 squared plus y plus 3 squared equals or squared. And that is the equation of a circle where the point is not on 0, 0. So that's our first thing ticked off. So we're given our center and we're given our radius. Now sometimes we are asked to find our center point and our radius from the equation. So let's look here. Find the center and radius of the circle x plus 3 squared plus y minus 4 all to be squared equals 8. So what I do, ladies and gentlemen, is I equate them. So I have x minus h all to be squared plus y minus k all to be squared equals or squared. Now I start equating my stuff. So I have this minus h is equal to plus 3. So I have minus h is equal to 3. Therefore, dividing both sides by negative 1, I have h is equal to minus 3. Right, so h is equal to minus 3. Let's move on to my k. So I have minus 4 is equal to minus k. So minus k equals minus 4. K is just going to equal 4. So therefore, my center point is going to equal minus 3, 4. Right, because my center point is hk. Then finally, let's look at the radius. So I have now here, or squared is going to be equal to 8. Square root both sides to get or on its own. I have or is equal to square root of 8. If you put that in your calculator, you're going to get 2 root 2. If you don't know how to do it, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Probably do worry about it. Actually, maybe do worry about it. Just put in your calculator and click equals. You know, it's not hard. Yeah, that's it. So or is equal to the radius is equal to 2 root 2, and the center point is minus 3, 4 of this equation of a circle. Yes. So then finally, we could be asked to find the equation of a circle when we're given 2 points, the center point and a point on the diameter. Yes. So I have my 2 points here. So I have 3, 5 and 1, 3. 1, 3 is my center. So I need to find my radius. Because if you look up here, ding, 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 the only thing I need for this equation is my center point, so my h and my k value, and I need my radius. So I'm going to let this equal to x1, y1, x2, y2. I'm going to find the radius. I'm going to let it equal to, so the distance between them 2 points, x2 minus x1, 3 minus 1, all to be squared, plus 5 minus 3, all to be squared. The distance is going to be equal to the radius. So I'm going to have here 3 minus 1 is 2, so 2 squared. 5 minus 3 is 2, so 2 squared. The radius is going to equal to 2 squared is 4. 2 squared is 4. So I have the radius is equal to the square root of 8, which is equal to 2 root 2. So the radius is equal to 2 root 2. Am I done, ladies and gentlemen? No, I am not. Because the question asks us here to find the equation. To find the equation of the circle. So I'm going to write down my equation here. X minus h is right above me, squared plus y minus k, all to be squared, equals or squared. So this is my center point here, right? So remember, my center point is hk. So therefore, h equals 1, k equals 3, and my radius is equal to the square root of 8, or 2 root 2. So let's sub it in. X minus 1 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals square root 8 squared. I have x minus 1 squared plus y minus 3 squared equals to square root of 8 squared. If I'm squaring a square root, cancel it out, keep it inside, or put in your calculator, click equals, and I get 8. So therefore, the equation of this circle is equal to x minus 1 all to be squared plus y minus 3 all to be squared equals 8, ladies and gentlemen. And that finally ticks off our last point here. Find the equation from a point and a center. So the next video I'm going to be doing is we're going to be looking at some more difficult examples with the circle here and find the equation of a circle. And with that note, I shall bid you adieu. Bye.